currently at the Kwejakon water treatment area. As you can see behind us, the Ayesu River is what we see behind us. And you can all see how bad the situation is. We've already been to other locations together. We saw the Mankron situation. We've seen the Enuma Pepem situation. Yesterday, we also saw the situation at the Upper Dentra East area and how mining is happening blatantly right on the highways and how it's destroying our water bodies. We are having this conversation this morning simply because of, for us, the body language and the posture that the government has taken. We believe that it is a posture that doesn't inspire hope and doesn't encourage us and give us the assurance that the government is willing and ready to deal with this Galamsey menace. As you can see, and I'm sure you've already gathered from the community, more than half or about half of the central region currently do not have potable drinking water because the Kwejakon water treatment plant has been shut down. The community members tell us that this is something they haven't experienced before. That they have never seen this Ayesu River here looking this way. Very, very bad. It's never been like this until about 2.5 months ago. The very painful aspect of it is that the community members, or even in this district, Agona East District, Agona West, Gomoa Central, and all of its adjoining districts, none of them have mining going on in their areas. And so you have a community that have nothing to do with mining. They don't know what gold is in terms of seeing raw gold. They have never been engaged in mining before. Right ahead of us here is somebody's farm, which we have to walk through and come here. And they have to suffer the consequences. So this community is struggling. About half of Central Region do not have potable water because there is active Galamsey going on in the Eastern Region, somewhere in the Ayesuano area, to be precise, where we are just coming from. And the repercussion or its negative effect is being felt by hundreds of thousands of people in close to about 11 other districts in the Central Region. Think about it. The mining is happening in the Eastern Region, and you have over 11 districts suffering the consequences when they have nothing to do with mining. Now, the government communications minister, Honorable Kwachi Ofusu, tells us that we can only tell him that Galamsey is worsened if we show him proof. This morning, our friends from the media, the mission here is to present the proof to Honorable Kwachi Ofusu so he can pass it on to the president and the government and let the NDC government understand that there is enough proof that Galamsey is worsened. And today, many more districts who hitherto 9 months ago were living their peaceful life and going about their lives without any stress cannot get water to drink because of the escalated nature of Galamsey across the country. We are worried because the NDC government has a record and history of always muddying our water bodies whenever they are in power. And we are not the ones saying it. The data proves it. Indeed, if you go to the Water Resources Commission website, there is enough evidence that shows that before 2010, when Galamsey escalated in the manner we are seeing today in this country, we had 40 water sites that were being tracked by the Water Resources Commission. As of 2010, when this Galamsey we are seeing popped its head, 40 of these sites were fairly good water. Now, with the Water Resources Commission Water Quality Index, what they do is that they use the turbidity level of the water, including, in addition to the nutrients, and 2 other indicators to come up with the water quality. And that is why I make the point that only the turbidity level cannot be used as a measure for the quality of our water. And for all of us to be on the same page, the Water Resources Commission has been tracking our water quality since 2005, and the data is available for all of us. Today, as of December 2024, the Water Resources Commission Water Quality Index clearly indicates that by 2010, 40 of our water sites were fairly good. When the NDC government was in power between 2010 and 2016, this is what happened. By 2016, the 40 quality water, fairly good water that we had reduced to 15. And 25 of this fairly quality water have now become poor quality water. Let me repeat it. Between 2010 and 2016, the NDC government, which President Mahama was then a vice president and a president at some point, had moved our fairly good water from 40 to 25 poor quality water, and only 15 of these water were fairly good water. It tells you that we have every reason to be worried. We have every reason to be concerned if we are not getting enough assurance from the president looking at his track record. Because between the period of 2010 and 2016, when he was vice president and president, our water bodies deteriorated to a very poor state. Now guess what? When the MPP government took office, between 2017 and 2024, the 25 poor quality water that we inherited were reduced from 25 to 10. And so by the time Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo was leaving office in December 2024, the 15 fairly good water that the NDC government left had increased from 15 to 29 good water. It means that in the 8-year period, the MPP government managed to improve our water quality by reducing the 25 poor quality water to only 10 and increasing the fairly good water from 15 to 29. Indeed, we had even good quality water by the time we were leaving office in 2024. Galamsey is not politics. And that is why all our time in government, I insisted that the NDC were charting a very bad course if they continue to make Galamsey political. I am of the view that the NDC's posture and conduct in opposition and how they publicly went into the Galamsey areas and encouraged and enabled the Galamseyers is one of the reasons why the MPP government struggled to fight and win the Galamsey fight. Because for 2 years, between 2017 and 2019, when the Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and the MPP government placed a ban on Galamsey, we saw evidence that the water bodies that were looking muddier than this would be clean. We are appealing to the president and the NDC government. Our lives are at stake. The future of this country is at stake. People cannot find potable quality water to drink. The Central Region example is only one example. The reasons and the excuse he gave us through the media engagement is not one that engender hope. It is one that points to he enabling Galamseyers and simply telling the Galamseyers that if they manage to get the gold, whether through foul or fair means, he is ready to buy them. Again, he confirmed through his press engagement that indeed he could be buying gold from Galamseyers to as much as $4 billion out of the $6 billion he has exported. That for us, we believe, is a cause for concern. Because if the president is giving us an indication that he could be buying illegal gold from criminals and exporting, and that is what he is anchoring his government's transformation plan on, then we cannot trust and believe that he is going to put measures in place to end Galamsey. Because should he succeed at ending Galamsey, what he is telling us is that he may be running short of $4 billion out of $6 billion possible exports. We are begging, pleading, and appealing to the president and the NDC government that we beg him, he should prioritize our lives and the environment over money. and that we are not interested in how much money he's getting from these criminals, he should stop buying the gold from the criminals and get them off our river bodies so we can have water to drink, so we can have quality, proper health care. The turbidity levels data we have seen clearly indicates that much more of our water bodies' turbidity level have deteriorated and worsened. And this is not we saying it. This is the Water Resources Commission saying it. Indeed, if you want to move away from the data to how these things can be proven with their impact, that is where we are standing now. The fact that the Kwenyako water treatment plant for the first time have had a cause to shut down the water plant.
This was not the case barely 3 months ago. And we've shared with you visuals from the quality of the water some 3 months ago. And if you look at it and you compare to the current situation, I doubt if you need any more evidence than we are seeing now. Sad situation.
The fact that the people of Kwenyako, Agona East, Agona West, Gomoa Central, and close to 11 districts do not have water to drink and do not have water to even wash their things is evidence enough to show that the situation has worsened. And we are sure that now that we have presented this to the government, they will take some decisive action and not continue to repeat the same old strategies they spoke against and present them to us as evidence of what they are doing. What we are saying is that the NDC government should show us new alternative ways of fighting Galamsey and not repeat the things that were done in the past, for which reason they said they could do better and came to office. They gave 6 clear promises to the people of this country when it comes to the fight against Galamsey, one of which they've already exhausted the timeline. They said in their social contract with us that in the first 120 days, they will place a ban on all form of small-scale mining. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the easiest thing any government can do. Like Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo did in April 2017, 3 months in his office, 8 months is too long a time for our government to be showing and dragging their feet in the fight against Galamsey.
So if you take a look at the Pra River and you see how polluted this river is, that is almost stagnant now, much more dirtier than Milo without milk. I don't think we need any more evidence to show our government. Strangely, this morning when we came here, 22nd September 2025 at exactly 11:30 a.m. when we flew the drone, as you can see, these are people on the Pra River mining in the Achamfan, and that is what is there, real time, happening now. And so if the government say they want evidence to see how bad the situation is, well, we have traveled all this way to get them the evidence from River Pra. So this is the Ofin River, the famous, legendary Ofin River. And if you see how stagnant the Ofin River is right now, and you see how muddy the Ofin River is a sad situation. And yet, the government says it wants evidence. And so we had no choice than to come here and give the government the evidence they require. Today is Monday, 22nd September 2025. Here we are on the Ofin River, and you can see the little children who are mining right inside the Ofin River. And there's a likelihood, a very high chance, that the Republic of Ghana is buying gold from these little children. That is a call for concern. When we got here, one of the strangest things we noticed is that right beside where this Galamsey is going on is a police barrier. The police barrier is just across the street. You can see the police barrier from where we are standing and where this mining is ongoing. And yet, government says it needs evidence. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in very, very deep trouble. Little children on the Ofin River mining in broad daylight, right beside the highway, police barrier right here, and yet our government says it needs evidence. You can see, apart from the chamfans, you can see the excavators. The excavators actively mining today, 22nd September 2025, right beside the road on the highways from Chichere towards Dunkornofin, towards Ekropon. You can see Galamsey happening actively on the Ofin River, and our government says it needs evidence. The excavators are right there, as you can all see, right before our eyes, and you can see the dead Ofin River. Felix Kwache Ofosu, Honorable Minister, you asked for evidence. This is the evidence right in your eyes, and this is your countrymen actively mining this afternoon, destroying the Ofin River, destroying our future, destroying our lives.
The Meliga minor could be out. The down one now from the banshee in a way. Banshee in a way here. This are banshee away. In Rupon as you pass, as no banshee so Obama Okuma. No, which banshee may you put the same look as banshee. No, I have for you. Susan of a boy, Nabra, how was the Mayipa? In here, draw a man attention as I for there. No 1 week and I'm one of the or they are stopped with illegal mining. Young Winnie, 120 days, once over place ban on illegal mine. But hey, I had to see record in Confirm again. It's actually legal mining. It is so ongoing.
Yes, young said, no, you're saying it's so come cry. But I'm saying you started say a change color. Tia Tracy and you who said, one to Galamsey war, Eastern region, ho baby. Now affect. But I wish a young area, I'm going to see this year, Chimfuna. Baby, I knew to Galamsey.
I used to say, I net. The ever saw say, I won't share no where I am now. See, I soon need 2 family and 2 pennies. A jolly head by any force in a jolly.
One woman on my woo. Son of the iron, so mediocre. And son of the driver. The best time I may say, Abraham. They will send me in the star. The rabbi in the same, so no. On Shemayan, or you pay now to be a pine, or be the same. Midday, I didn't sound so behind it's an understand.
The whole central, one on Samsey, and empty from one papa Yankee, oh, it's nigh. And President Bruno or my on papa Yankee, oh, it's nigh. Secretary Jane Young, ye be a liar, but was here and so here. You could call a dam on a box side. Everything we have, and look.
Yeah, you need to Galamsey, I also. Now, I use river, a far in the source, Edifi Eastern region. Into no outside Konyako, Aguna East, the Ancasadia, and yet Galamsey course, so a be affected. I use by the Eastern region. Now, yen and I get to say, by a 2-3 months, and I use when it out. So you do to me the ABB out to me. Just as I say, Nema Abrabono cost fine. But I see I bear 2 to 3 months, and I'm Galamsey on your Eastern region. Babisi, and nay, and I'm a Suya say.
I Mancron or friend Mancron, then you share the hay. Nay, Croji, Fe, Nimune, yes, I am Yedigarie, Bia, but in the Amikasi, Bianua, or say, should be sending Shia, I poto, I say.
Sassan should be a brimmer to boho. Nebrim so handbag wells. What's that?
ne yɛ nsuo ketewa bi so da so aduro kwan no and na sisi students especially secondary school for ina and na wo mo yɛ bridge na so wo mo na wo kosa
Government Communications Minister
Honorable Kwache Ofosu wose open evidence pra nsuo no ene da ho no nsuo no na akagina faako a enko no pra nsuo na yese milo a milk nim no pra nsuo na chamfan esi so ene 22nd September 2025 11:30 am a nkrofo guso a omoye adwuma no evidence na wope no enu nie Honorable Kwache Ofosu wose wope evidence offensuo no enene yaba ho ewo Upper Dencha East heyi offensuo ena akagina faako a ensuo nani aye potopoto no Honorable Kwache Ofosu enkola ena gina offensuo ho a omutu Galamsey ese ensuo no infuo ena ese no empenifo etu Galamsey enkola etu Galamsey banchifuo ena Galamsey ensuo eguso sa no Honorable Kwache Ofosu evidence na wope no enu nie
when Yakufo say never in the history of this community and ensuo we ayese in your own region for over 1.5 months water plant we Ghana Water for shutting it down. It's 1.5 months Felix Kwache Ofosu your own people do not have water to drink. It's you ask for the evidence. This is your evidence. Now get to work and take action and let's fix this problem once and for all.
In a world filled with challenges, we all need guidance, hope, and a lifeline to anchor us.
This is Lifeline, and I'm your host, Fred Crunchy Mensa.
From social